guys, it's Stacie at Creekside Created. I just wanted to get on and share a quick video about how I do my beeswax. So there's many different ways to do beeswax, and to be completely honest, if you ask 10 beekeepers how they do their beeswax, guess what? You're gonna get about 10 different answers, because beekeepers, they do things based on their preferences. Everyone has a different preference, and there are some people that do it the same way. However, I'm kind of funny. I'm a big yard sale gal. I like to find deals, and I like to find things that can help me out with my beekeeping on the relative cheap. So I go to yard sales. My first buy is just a really small crock pot. This is for all of my, I call it my dirty wax. I don't know what everybody else calls it, but I call it my dirty wax. So whenever you go out to your hives and you get some of that bird comb off the top and you scrape it, or you're doing some hive cleanup and just making sure that they are building comb on the frames where they're supposed to be building comb, then, I take all of those scrapings, and about every couple of months, I'll melt them down into what I call my dirty wax. And so I put them in this crock pot. You can see it's dirty. It's got, all kinds of propolis, and I'm sure there's been some bee parts. But this is what I do. So I got this from a little yard sale. It was like nothing, like maybe $2. So that is my dirty wax crock pot. And then what I do after that is I put my dirty wax through some cheesecloth, whether it be 2 layers, 3 layers, just 1 layer. I strain it several times just to make sure I've got all of the chunks of stuff out. There are some that I don't strain as much, and that I like a little bit of the propolis to be in my lotion bars, because propolis has such healing properties, and so I really enjoy that in my lotion bars, and I feel like it gives it a little bit of extra something. So then what I do after that, this is another yard sale buy. I think I got this for $2, was I got a little electric skillet. And actually, I've got beeswax in here. It's melting. I'm getting ready to play. But I just literally will throw in my clean beeswax into my skillet. I always use my clean beeswax in my skillet, just so, I know what's in there. And I'm kind of funny about, not that anything that comes out of a hive is bad. I don't know why I do it the way that I do. I just do. So my electric skillet is amazing though, and I love it. And it was such a good buy. I don't have to worry about ruining any of my pans or anything in my kitchen. This is my little honeypot studio in my house, and this is where I do the majority of my my beeswax products. Because I make lip balm and lotion bars and wax melts and soaps. I make all kinds of stuff out of natural ingredients. And so after my wax melts and I've got my clean wax melting in my skillet, I pour it into molds. And this is all hot because I just poured these not too long ago. But I pour them into these molds. And so what I get at that point is some really cool beeswax. And this is all clean beeswax. I put it in here. I put it in this specific mold because I want to know that this stuff has been cleaned and it's gone through my process, just to be as pure and as good as it can. Full disclosure, we do not heat our honey, so we only heat our beeswax. So heating honey is, I don't think it's the best thing to do for honey. I think it takes away some of those natural properties of honey, and so we're really careful to not heat our honey. But one of the things that I love about beeswax is, depending on the season, you never know what you're gonna get. So we've got some real yellow, then we've got some brown, but yeah, this is all my clean beeswax that I love to play with. So most of my stuff is like a medium brown color, but yeah. These are actually soap molds, but I use them to identify my clean beeswax, and that way I know approximately how many ounces are in each one and what goes into my products. And So, you know, I kind of lay it out that way on purpose because then it just helps me out in the long run to make sure that I've got the right amounts going in the right direction. So I'm gonna let the beeswax stay in these molds for several hours so they don't liquefy and come out. They're pretty hot right now. But yeah, these soap molds are a really great way of making sure that you've got the right beeswax in there, and I love it. So that's my kind of hack for beeswax production, is go to a yard sale, buy some old kitchen stuff, and don't worry about ruining any of your kitchen stuff. So that's my hot tip of the day. Have a good one.